security camera footage shows someone standing in my backyard for 3 hours on Halloween night. Same spot, perfectly still, watching my house. My name's Sarah. My husband and I bought our first house in Aurora, Colorado that September. We installed a Ring doorbell to see trick-or-treaters. The next morning, while reviewing the cute costume footage, I saw him, a figure, in the background through our fence gate. I checked the timestamp, 6:47 PM. I scrolled forward, 7:23 PM, still there. 8:51 PM, same position. It was November the 1st. Mark and I were drinking coffee in the kitchen, laughing about videos of kids in dinosaur costumes. I was scrolling through the footage when I paused. "Mark, look at this." In the background, barely visible through the gap in our fence gate, a figure stood in the shadows of our backyard. Dark clothing, completely motionless. "Probably a decoration from next door," Mark said. "But our neighbours don't decorate and our backyard is fenced. You'd have to climb over to get in there." I scrolled to the next clip, 7:23 PM. The figure was still there, same exact position. My stomach tightened. "That's not a decoration." Mark leaned in. "Maybe it's a tree shadow." I pulled up the 8:51 PM clip, still there, but now I could see details. The shape of shoulders, a head tilted slightly forward, human posture. "That's a person," I whispered. Mark grabbed the laptop. He started pulling up clips. 6:47 PM, there. 7:04 PM, there. 7:23 PM, there. 7:56 PM, still there. 3 hours, standing, watching. "Check the angle," I said. My voice was shaking. "What can they see from there?" Mark traced an imaginary line from the figure's position, through our gate, across the yard, directly into our living room window, where we'd have been sitting all night, watching movies, eating candy, right in his view. I felt cold. Checked the current feed. Mark opened up the Ring app on his phone. Live view, 9:47 AM. The figure was gone from the backyard. Relief flooded me. Okay, so they left. "Sarah?" Mark's face went white. "Look at the front porch." He turned his phone towards me. On the screen, someone stood on our front porch, face pressed close to the doorbell camera, close enough that I could see the texture of their jacket. Dark eyes staring directly into the lens. I heard it then, from upstairs, the sound of footsteps in our bedroom. We locked eyes. Mark grabbed the kitchen knife. "Call 911. I dialed with shaking hands. The operator's voice. 911, what's your emergency?" "Someone's in our house. They were watching us. They're upstairs right now." Mark was already moving towards the stairs. "Stay in the kitchen, Sarah." The footsteps stopped. Then our bedroom door creaked open. I could hear it from downstairs. "Police are on their way," the operator said. "Don't engage. Get out of the house." We ran, out of the front door, across the lawn into the neighbour's yard. I looked back at our bedroom window. The curtain moved. Someone was standing there. Police arrived in 4 minutes. They searched the house. Our bedroom window was open, the one we always kept locked. They found our detached garden shed broken into. Inside, a sleeping bag, empty food wrappers, a battery-powered phone charger, and pinned to the wall, printed photos. Me getting the mail, me grocery shopping, me in our bedroom window, getting dressed. "How long?" I asked the detective. He looked at the food wrappers, the makeshift bed. "At least a week, maybe longer." One photo was dated October the 24th, 7 days before Halloween. The police said the squatter probably moved on after being discovered, that we were safe now. We moved out 3 weeks later, sold the house at a loss, I don't care. But last week, 3 months after we moved to a new neighbourhood 40 miles away, I was reviewing our new doorbell footage, and in the background, barely visible between 2 houses across the street, I saw a figure, standing perfectly still, same posture, same position, just watching. My daughter got into the wrong car at a trunk or treat. She was gone for 4 minutes before I realised. 4 minutes, that's all it took. My name's Jennifer, I'm 34, single mum to a 6-year-old named Lily. October 29th, 2024, Grace Community Church parking lot in Beaverton, Oregon. Trunk or treat event, 70 families, hundreds of kids in costumes. I looked away just a second. 1 second. That's what every parent says, right? But it's true. 1 second, then she was gone. It was 6:47 PM, still light out, safe, organised. Church volunteers everywhere with bright orange vests, parents standing by their cars handing out candy. Lily was dressed as Elsa, the third Elsa I'd seen that night. Blue dress from Target, platinum blonde wig, plastic tiara. Stay where I can see you, I told her. She nodded, grabbed her pumpkin bucket and skipped towards the first row of cars. I was talking to another mum, Karen, from Lily's class, discussing the school's winter program, normal parent small talk. I glanced at Lily. She was at the third car, a minivan decorated with cobwebs. I looked back at Karen. We talked about volunteer sign-ups, 30 seconds, maybe 45. I looked back. Lily was gone. My stomach dropped. Lily? I called out, scanned the parking lot. So many kids, 3 of Elsa's, none of them mine. Lily! Louder now, parents turned. Karen put a hand on my arm. She probably just went to the next row. I started walking, fast, weaving between cars, checking faces. Not there, not there, not there. Has anyone seen my little girl? Elsa costume, 6 years old. Head shakes, sympathetic looks. Then I saw Marcus, church security volunteer. My daughter, I can't find her. He radioed to other volunteers. Got a missing child, female, age 6, Elsa costume. That's when Sharon appeared, another mum. I saw Elsa get into a black SUV about 5 minutes ago. Toyota Highlander. I thought it was someone's family. The world tilted. What colour Highlander? My voice didn't sound like mine. Black, tinted windows. It drove towards the exit. We don't have a black Highlander. We have a silver Honda. Marcus called 911 while running towards the security booth. We need to review the cameras, now. I was right behind him. My hands were shaking so hard I couldn't dial my phone. 4 minutes. It had to be 4 minutes since I last saw her. 4 minutes since I looked away. The security feed pulled up, grainy, black and white, but clear enough. There, 6:51 PM, Lily walking towards a black Highlander. The back passenger door opens. She climbs in. She thought she knew them, I whispered. She wouldn't get into a stranger's car. She knows better. The Highlander pulls away. Exit camera catches the license plate. Marcus called it into 911. Black Toyota Highlander, Oregon plate, David Charles Thompson, 4729, heading east on Cider Hills Boulevard. Child abduction in progress. Police are 2 minutes out, Marcus said. They're setting up roadblocks. 2 minutes. Lily had been gone for 6 minutes now. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think. We have dashcam footage from a parent leaving the parking lot, another volunteer said. Shows the Highlander turning right onto Murray. That's towards the highway, towards I-5. If they got onto the interstate, she could be anywhere. 7 minutes. My phone rang. Unknown number. Hello? Mrs. Patterson? A male voice. This is Officer Ramirez from Beaverton PD. We've got the vehicle stopped at the intersection of Murray and Walker. Red light. Your daughter is in the back seat. We can see her through the window. Is she... She appears to be unharmed. We're approaching the vehicle now. Stay on the line. I heard muffled radio chatter. Commands being shouted. Then, driver and passenger are exiting the vehicle with hands visible. We're securing them now. Officer Ramirez stayed on the line while they extracted Lily from the back seat. She's okay, he said. She's asking for you. We're bringing her back to the church. 8 minutes, total, from when I looked away to when the police stopped that car. 8 minutes felt like 8 hours. They brought her back in a patrol car. She ran to me crying. I held her so tight she said, "Mummy, you're squishing me." The couple in the Highlander, man and woman, late 30s, their daughter was in the back seat too, wearing the same Elsa costume. "Honest mistake," man said. Officer Ramirez repeated their story. They said they thought it was their daughter Emily who got in, didn't realise it was the wrong child until they were a block away. Then why didn't you turn around? I asked. The woman looked at me. We were going to. We were just trying to figure out what to do. Officer Ramirez pulled me aside. We reviewed their dashcam footage. After the wife said, "That's not Emily," the husband said, "Just keep driving." My blood went cold. "Just keep driving," I repeated. "We're arresting them now. This wasn't an accident." The police searched the Highlander, found zip ties in the glove box, duct tape, a bag with children's clothes in multiple sizes. Backroom check on the husband, James Cordell, showed a sealed record from 2009. Child endangerment. He changed his name. She didn't know. Or maybe she did. They got 12 years, both of them. The prosecutor said they'd been planning it, that Lily wasn't their first target, just their first success. The same costume. It wasn't coincidence. They'd been watching, waiting for the right moment, the right chaos. Lily doesn't remember much. She remembers getting into what she thought was Emily's mum's car. She remembers feeling confused, then police lights. The trauma therapist says that her brain's protecting her, but I remember everything. I remember those 8 minutes, the feeling of not knowing where she was, not knowing if I'd ever see her again. Here's what keeps me up at night though. The prosecutor found something during discovery. James Cordell's search history, logged into trunk or treat events across 3 counties, over 20 different churches, dozens of photos saved to his computer, all kids, all blonde girls, all between ages 5 and 8. Lily was number 11 on this list. There were 15 more names after hers. We don't go to trunk or treats anymore. We don't go anywhere crowded on Halloween. And when I see a black SUV in parking lots, I check the license plate every single time. Because I learned something that night. 4 minutes is all it takes. 4 minutes for your whole world to disappear. And if the light had been green instead of red, if police hadn't spotted them when they did, I don't let myself finish that thought anymore. The haunted trail was rated extreme. You sign a waiver, they can touch you, chase you, separate your group. But when the chainsaw guy grabbed my friend and dragged her into the woods off trail, and I heard her real screams, I knew something was wrong. I'm Megan, 22. My best friend Sarah is 23. It was October 26, 2024, Nightfall Haunt, rural Washington, the most extreme haunted attraction in the state. We signed the waivers. We knew what we were getting into, or so we thought. Mile-long trail through dense forest, 45 minutes, groups every 5 minutes. The waiver was 3 pages. Actors may touch, grab, follow, and separate participants. This is extreme horror. They gave us glow sticks, Red for stop, green for keep going. If you leave the marked trail, you're on your own. We can't find you. 7:47 p.m. We entered. First 2 sections were great. Creepy, jump scares, but fun. Third section, deep woods. 8:26 p.m. That's when everything changed. Chainsaw sound, real, loud. A figure burst from trees, masked, coveralls, running chainsaw. We screamed, ran, he chased us. Sarah stumbled. He grabbed her arm, dragged her sideways, off the trail, into the darkness, into the woods where there were no markers. Sarah! I heard her scream. Megan, help me! I ran after them. I couldn't see. I just heard the chainsaw getting further away. I stumbled through pitch black woods, using phone flashlight. Sarah! Nothing. Then I saw it. Her phone on the ground. Screen cracked. Blood on the case. Fresh. I picked it up. Last video, 8:31 p.m. 2 minutes ago. It was shaky footage. Sarah's panic breathing. The chainsaw loud. Then a voice. Male. Rough. Nobody's gonna hear you. They'll think it's part of the show. And the video cut off. I ran back to the trail, screaming for help. Other customers laughed. They thought my panic was acting. I found trail markers. I ran towards the exit, and then I saw her, Sarah, stumbling from the woods 50 yards ahead. Costume torn, blood on her neck, real blood, limping. Sarah! She collapsed into my arms. She couldn't speak, sobbing, shaking. I carried her to the exit at 8:47 p.m. The staff saw her face, the blood, the torn clothes. Security called 911, the paramedics, police. Scratches on her neck, defensive wounds, bruising. Police questioned staff. Who was working with chainsaws? We don't have anyone on chainsaws tonight. We use recordings. The manager went pale. There shouldn't have been anyone with a real chainsaw. They sent K9 units into the woods. They found a tent, half-mile off trail, hidden in brush, sleeping bags, supplies, cigarette butts. Somebody had been camping there, watching, for days. DNA from Sarah's clothes, fingerprints from the tent, no match in any system. The security footage showed a figure in coveralls walking into the woods at 7:30 p.m, then walked out at 8:45 p.m, disappeared into the trees. 3 months ago, Sarah dropped out, moved back home, won't leave the house, won't even talk to me. The trail company went bankrupt, lawsuits. But here's what nobody's talking about. Detective Murray called 2 weeks later, 6 other incidents, 3 states, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, all extreme haunts, October 22 to October 24. Same MO, man in costume, he targets women, drags them off trail, assaults and escapes on foot. No prints, no DNA hit, no ID. The FBI's opened a case, a serial offender, 6 victims, maybe more who just didn't report. They haven't even caught him. Every October he picks a new extreme haunt, infiltrates, hunts. Sarah remembers his voice. They'll think it's part of the show. He was right. For 8 minutes I thought her screams were fake. Every October, thousands sign waivers saying, you can touch me, chase me. And he just waits for them to walk into his trap. And nobody knows which trail he'll choose next.